Geometry CUA 6-7 retake. Number 1, there are 6 red, 4 green, 5 blue, 5 yellow marbles in a jar, bringing us to a total of 20. We want the probability of picking green marble first, so there were 4 green, and then picking a blue marble if you do not put back the first marble. So that would be 5 out of 19. And it doesn't say if it's and or, but it does say then. So we're going to assume and then. All right, and when you multiply those, you should get 119. We're just going to focus on the fractions for these, unless we specifically are using percents or decimals for this retake. Go ahead and try number 2 on your own. Number 3. So we have 0.34. All right, so first it's going to be reflected over the line x equals 1, which is right here. All right, so when we reflect it, it will end up over here. Then we're going to rotate that point 270 degrees counterclockwise. So that means it's going to go counterclockwise 270 degrees, so it'll up here. And then last but not least, it's going to be translated 3 units left. And 4 units up. And there is the final point at 1, 5. All right, so that's how to do it graphically. Let's look at how to do it using the rules. So the first thing was to reflect it over the line. There is a rule for this, but I did not teach it, so we're just gonna use the graph for that part. After that, it was the 270 counterclockwise rotation. And then after that was the translation of -3 and +4. So when we reflect this thing over the line x equals 1, it ends up here at -1, 4. After that, they switch places, and the 1 is going to change signs. After that, we're going to take 3 away from 4 and add 4 to 1. And we still end up with 1, 5. Go ahead and try number 4 on your own. Number 5, on a bookshelf, there are 8 books about animals, 4 books about countries, 12 books about cooking, and 6 books about sports to bring us to a total of 30. Excuse me. First, he's going to choose a book about animals, and there were 8 of those. And then he's going to choose a book about sports, and there were 6 of those. The total will stay the same because he places it back on the shelf. When you multiply those two, you should get 4/75. And again, we're just going to focus on the fraction. Go ahead and try number 6. Number 7. figure ABCD is graphed below if the figure is translated 6 units right and 3 units up. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. All right, so there's the new figure. I'm sorry, there's the new point A. Put point A prime there. And I think I'm going to use gray because we have multiple transformations this time. Okay, so I'm going to do that for all of them. All right, after that, we're going to reflect this over the y-axis, which is right here. All right, so when we flip over the y-axis, just count the distance. So count the perpendicular distance. So we can see here that D is 1 unit away, so we're going to go 1 unit on the other side. So that'll be D prime. And then up here, A is 2 units away, so we're going to do 2 on the other side. That'll be A prime. B is 1, 2, 3, 4 units away, so 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. And then C is 1, 2, 3, so we do 1, 2, 3 on the other side. All right, so we end up with that. The coordinates of A, B, C, D are, or A prime, oh, this is double prime. It's just a double prime because we did 2 transformations instead of just 1. So for A, we have -2, 1. For B, double prime, we have -4, 0. For C, double prime, -3, -2. For D, double prime, -1, -1. That's it. Go ahead and try number 8. Number 9. A candy bag contains 20 Jolly Ranchers, 8 Ring Pops, 6 pieces of them, and 4 Snickers for a total of 38. And we're grabbing a piece of candy without replacing it. What's the probability that we grab a Jolly Rancher the first time and a Snickers the second time and a Jolly Rancher the third time? So Jolly Rancher first would be 20 out of 38. And then we don't replace it. Maybe we eat it, maybe we put it in the pocket, whatever. Snickers the second time would be 4 out of 37 because the total decreased by 1 because we didn't put it back. And then the third time is a Jolly Rancher again, and we already took a Jolly Rancher, so that's 19, and the total decreased one more time after the second. When we multiply all of those together, we should get 10 over 333. And again, we're just doing the fractions now. I know before we did fractions, decimals, and percents, but just trying to keep it simple for this retake. Number 11. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 10. Try number 10 on your own. Number 11. Point M is translated using the rule XY. And then we can see what happens there. Okay. Then reflect it over the x-axis. So now we don't have a graph. So we're going to have to use the rules. So we start with XY. And then we have X plus 3, Y plus 4. And then it says reflected over the x-axis. So that's the rule for that. And so M is -3, -2. If we add 3, we get 0. And if we add 4, we get 2. And then here, if we just switch the y sign, then we get 0, -2. And again, that would be m double prime. Go ahead and try number 12. Number 13, the Key Club has 12 freshmen. 3 of the freshmen are to be on the homecoming committee. How many ways are there to choose 3 freshman committee members? So this says choose. So we know it's going to be permutation or combination, but we're not arranging anything. We're just choosing. So that'll be combination because the order doesn't matter. Okay, so for combination, that'll be 12, choose 3. So on your calculator, do menu uh 5, 3, I think. And once you type that in, let's take a look at it. Hold on. Steer you wrong. So menu 5 probability and then 3, yeah. And then we're gonna put 12, comma, where's the comma? 3. And then we get 220. Go ahead and try number 14. Number 15. Triangle X has been transformed to triangle Y as shown below. What are the series of transformations performed on triangle X? So first we can see that this triangle was flipped across a vertical line. So that would be reflect over vertical line. And then we can see that the numbers differ. This would be the original. This would be the new. And we know that because it says that in the problem that triangle X was transformed to create triangle Y. So to find the scale factor, we see that there is a scale factor because it changed size. We're going to do new over old or original, which equals, let's see, 5 over 20. So that simplifies to 1/4. So that would also be a dilation with scale factor of 1/4. Try number 16. All right, number 17. 75 pet owners were surveyed to determine if they had a cat or dog. The results are summarized below. What is the probability that a randomly selected person has a cat given they are a girl? So we want the probability of cat given girl. So the formula for conditional probability, it says given. So we're going to use the conditional probability formula. So we're going to do cat and girl over girl total. So let's look at the chart. Cat and girls intersect here at 21. So that would be the numerator, and then the girl total is 35. Let's simplify that fraction, and we get 3 over 5. And again, we're just doing fractions. Go ahead and try number 18. All right, number 19, triangle ABC has been mapped to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime under this translation. So the image vertex A is that. All right, so basically, A was -2, 3, and it became A prime, which was 3, -1. Okay, so there was a translation. This thing had to slide. So I'm just gonna sketch a graph. It's probably not the best idea. Hold on. See if this works out. I'm gonna put it up here. Well, no, I'll put it down here. It's teeny tiny. Okay, make sure I did that correctly. -2, 3, 3, -1. So let's figure out this translation. So this is the original one over here, so we have to go to the right one. Seems so large. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 down. All right, so if B is 4, 2, so now B is 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So if B is 4, 2, we're going to perform that exact same translation. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, never mind. I thought that was going to work. Okay, no worries. We're just going to travel the same amount. So 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's new B or B prime. So that should be, let's count it. 1, oh Lord. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then down 1, 2. So B's coordinates are going to be 9, negative 2. All right. Go ahead and give it a shot here for number 20.